It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm joined by Shaq and the Jet. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. And for Memphis, a win tonight would make it 3 victories in their first 4 games of the season. That would be a nice little run to start the year. And Marc Gasol is going to be on the floor tonight. Always a pleasure to see the big guy play. Shaq, is there any center in the league as well-rounded as Marc Gasol?
You know, with this being a small man game now, I really love Marc because he gets it down on both ends of the floor. And he's been doing that for the past few seasons. And, you know, European-style big men, he can step outside and hurt you from that mid-range as well.
Yep, you know, he doesn't give enough credit for his passing. The guy finds people on the perimeter, finds them down low. Great inside feeder from the high post as well, as he can post up. Understanding the game, high premium.
Almost time to tip it off. We'll see you next time.
Welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan at the table alongside Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge from the sideline. We'll see the Memphis Grizzlies facing Minnesota. And of course, they are still without Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, and Kevin, that deals a major blow to this team. And now the identity may have to change with him not in the lineup. Not even sure what that identity is going to be as of yet. But of all the guys to lose, he's the last one you wanted to see go down.
Impossible to replace a player of his magnitude. Certainly not with one guy. This is going to have to be a collective effort.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Conley and Allen working once again together in the backcourt. Down low, the tough pair of Zebo and Gasol. And it's Parsons in at the 3 spot. And Zach Randolph, once a double-double machine, had a harder time producing at that same rate last season.
True, but he has aged well overall because he's a power guy whose game relies more on skill and instincts than quick.
Well said.
And the difference last season was that he couldn't sustain energy for as many minutes per game. He can still dominate for stretches at both ends, but just not as long.
Here's Allen. Chris Dunn making his last shot. And Parsons slams it in.
How about Parsons able to finish strong at the rack?
Now we'll go to David Aldridge. We had a chance to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, they have a specific approach to tonight's game. He told me they have to get the ball into the paint as much as possible. Take advantage of what they believe is a big inch for them inside. We'll see if they're right about that tonight. Back to you.
Thanks, David. Good work there as it goes. And here is Conley, coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here. Allen kicks to Gasol. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by Towns.
Who knows what happened there, but I'm sure the defense is aware they dodged a bullet.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And what a return it's been for Kevin Garnett here to Minnesota, the franchise that drafted him, played the most games with, won the MVP with, and Doris, it's been a great homecoming to see him transition in the next generation.
And Kev, you can't say enough about the impact KG has on a locker room full of young players, right? His intensity, his approach to the game is few and far between in the NBA. Not only one of the greatest power forwards to ever play, obviously, but one of the greatest leaders in NBA history.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Now here's Gasol. A 26-point game for him in the win against Washington.
You know, the other thing he really did a great job with was the rebounding. So he contributed in a number of ways.
And Muhammad gets it to go.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Nobody near Parsons. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Parsons got 5.
That stroke is just so effortless from the deep ball. Parsons with an easy motion.
Towns, the pass to Dunn. He dishes it to Garnett. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Boy, you can't ask for much better. A scorching 4 for 4 to start.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Randolph banked in off the glass. Randolph's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, you gotta love the determination there. He got good position and didn't take any chances. Finished right at the rim.
Towns kicks to Garnett. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
Well, the 5th player in NBA history to allowed more than 50,000 minutes. KG still getting it done inside.
Now here is Conley, and the call will be against Kevin Garnett. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Allen.
But to me, that's about the length and strength of upper body by Karl Anthony Towns. He's just destroying people with his defense.
Garnett dishes to Dunn. Feeds it to Towns. Shot from 12. No good on that one. And Memphis the other way now. Last time they met was in Memphis.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Well, so many of their problems stem from turnovers. They simply could not take care of the ball, and it cost them in that matchup.
Allen against Levine. Allen kicks to Randolph. Good on the bucket. Randolph's got 6 points.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Pass to Levine. Garnett up top. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Well, what a delivery. The catch and shoot for Garnett. Perfect.
Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 5 points in the game. Timberwolves trail by 3. Dunn kicks to Muhammad. Dunn passes to Levine. And a miss there on the triple. For Memphis, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting team. In 4th, the Timberwolves.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious. And it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
Allen dishes to Conley. The pass to Gasol. Knocks it loose. 6 on the shot clock. All sorts of time. With these games early in the season, it's mostly about establishing a rhythm, I would assume, Doris, to prepare for the long haul of the campaign.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that, Kevin. I think, the veterans are supposed to set the influence on the younger guys. Are we working hard every single day in practice? And there's nothing like having that savvy veteran or head coach who holds you to high standards, because the rookies are going to do as you show them how to do.
Outside Conley. And that'll be Memphis as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies retain possession.
And now a look at Zach Randolph. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And he's really been pulling his weight. He's had a hand in some big plays here recently.
Stolen by Levine. Here's Muhammad. That one falls. Muhammad's got 5 points so far.
We're talking about a powerful player inside for his position. Muhammad takes it strong.
Good looking screen by Gasol. And Parsons kicks to Allen. Outside Gasol. The 11-footer. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
Bean passes to Garnett. Muhammad dishes to Towns. And Muhammad kicks to Towns. 6 to shoot. To the right side. Here's Dunn. He nails it. We're tied up. Dunn's got his second bucket of the night.
What about the concentration of Dunn nailing the shot right in the D's face?
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
It seems odd to say, given that they won that pretty easily, but really they did not look especially strong in that game.
Yeah, I didn't sense any urgency on their part. They did just enough to win, but I don't think they can come away feeling great about the way they did it.
And the Grizzlies, one of the top contenders in the West for a number of years, now at a bit of a crossroads. What do you think?
Yeah, every team goes through this. There's a certain life cycle to any roster. The good news for the Grizzlies fans is that their front office has been right more often than not. We'll see if they can continue to pull another rabbit out of their hat. He's coming off an excellent season. 8th in rebounding, 8th in field goal percentage, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. Towns down low, working on Gasol. Dunn dishes to Levine. Pass to Dunn. Shot clock at 5. Here's Towns. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Yeah, that's the look you're working toward with your offense. Hurts when you don't hit it.
Timberwolves have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. And the dunk by Muhammad.
Well, attacks the defense, attacks the 10. Muhammad pushing the action.
Memphis trailing here. Allen with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Levine. Fast break. Minnesota jumps up. And the dunk by Towns.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Larson's gone 2 of 3 shooting from deep here. Kicks to Muhammad. Down low. Here's Dunn. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And for Chris Dunn, you know, everyone told him to enter the draft after 3 years at Providence. His father, his coach, he could have been a first-round pick back in 15. Instead, he decided to stay one more season, earn his diploma, and I'd have to say it's worked out pretty well for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Hill comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Levine. And Dunn undergoing 2 shoulder surgeries in college, took a medical red shirt for his sophomore season.
Yeah, and that was on his right shoulder, his shooting shoulder. You wonder if he can get even better shooting the ball with time.
Now here's Ennis. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Not much defense to speak of yet here, guys.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you've got no objections to what's going on. Everyone's a fan of offense.
Jang against Wright. Here's Dang. And points last game out. And there's the 3-second violation. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Here's Green. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And Doris, we have a moment here. A question from one of our fans out there wants to know, in your opinion, what position in the NBA right now do you feel has the deepest wealth of players?
Well, I think it's hard to dispute that we're living in the age, or the golden age, of point guards. And I would begin with one who has so many titles, and that's Tony Parker. So I know everyone describes Chris Paul as the best point guard in the league, and I probably concur with that sentiment. But championships matter, and so Tony Parker's in that discussion. But you're also seeing the evolution. Look at a guy like Russell Westbrook. I would say a non-traditional point guard, but the ferocity with which he plays, the athleticism, if you allow him into open space, you know, he's going to destroy you. Then you look at the elite level speed that a John Wall attacks the position with. You look at a guy like Stephen Curry, the league's MVP, and the extraordinary handle and combination of handle and perimeter jump shot, and now the confidence to go in, use all the tools at his disposal to score inside. You know, I don't want to leave anybody out. You know, I'm just naming a few guys off the top of my head. I could go on and on and on about great point guards in this league. Hard to dispute that we're in the golden age of point guards.
To the inside. Here's Wright. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And the start of last season was a disappointment for Brandon Wright. Injured his knee, you may recall, only the second week after having recently signed a brand new 3-year contract.
Yeah, and it's always tough to go to a new team and be unable to contribute right away. One of the league's best finishers at the rim, a great shot blocker. He really improves the rotation. So if he can continue to add good weight to his frame, the best of Brandon Wright, I believe, is still yet to come.
And here's Ennis after Chris Dunn made that last 3-pointer. And it's Carter missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Muhammad kicks to Hill, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Dishes to Ennis. We've got 1:18 left in the first. And stolen by Jang. Lets it go from 14. And the Timberwolves back on 2 more.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And they get it. And Wright gets it to go on the assist from Conley. Conley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Timberwolves leading by 7. The feed to Jang. He kicks to Dunn. Doubled by Conley. And Muhammad has it in the corner. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Hill passes to Dang. 5 to shoot. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Jang's got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Muhammad's got it. That pushes it to double digits. And now an 11-point Minnesota lead.
And it's like raining buckets right now. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. This high-powered offense has been on display. They're having their way at that end of the court.
Hill gets the rebound.
You've got to do better there. There wasn't anyone stopping him in the lane.
Now Dunn really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. There's the three. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Timberwolves lead by 11. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
I just really like what we're seeing from a defensive standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Well, you can't afford to show these guys the ball because they'll kick it from you quick, and that's helped account for this lead.
Timberwolves leading by 11. So on the floor for Memphis. We've got Conley. Green is out there with Marc Gasol. And there's Carter. And it's Daniels in a shooting guard.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and backcourt for the Grizzlies.
And really, their guards have been the ones that have done the bulk of the passing and shot creation. Sometimes the ball handlers will look to score more down the stretch. We'll see if that becomes more of a focus.
And stolen by Jang. Rubio dishes to Levine.
You know, I like that mentality by Levine, taking it inside, mixing it up a little bit.
And Zach LaVine is listed as a point guard, but he isn't a natural to that position. Certainly can handle himself acting as the lead guard, but Doris making plays for others right now isn't his specialty.
Well, it shows up in stats as well as with the eye test, right? He has never had a lot of assists given how much he handles the ball, and he also has somewhat of a poor assist-to-turnover ratio. But he is almost more of a shooting guard who can bring it up the floor and initiate rather than a true point guard.
And so Levine nails both of them.
But this is a very good free throw shooter already, and with a little focus, Levine could be one of the league's best.
Now here is Carter, guarded closer. Tries it from the top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. Carter's got his first points in this one.
Oh, he had him spinning. He looks like he's dizzy after that crossover.
Aldridge kicks to Muhammad. Rubio outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. 5th, Ricky Rubio.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Rubio against Conley. Passes it to Daniels. Fades back. And it's Memphis with another. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the wing right side. Muhammad, the pass to Aldridge. The dish to Jang. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Gasol. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
You know, typically you're looking to your second unit for hustle plays, rebounding, things like that. But this time, it was their offensive punch that sealed the victory.
And Zhang kicks to Aldridge. Knocks it loose. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, point guard Mike Conley has been a lefty-dominant player his whole career, but off the court, he's actually right-handed. He first picked up a ball at 13 months of age, and he said, "I just did it with my left hand for some reason, and ever since then, my mind felt it was left-handed when it came to basketball." Kevin?
Thanks, DA. Similar to Greg Monroe. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Pekovic is checked in. Zach Randolph is checked in for the Grizzlies. Feeds to Muhammad. He dishes it to Rubio. And Pekovic kicks to Muhammad. Carter pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Pass to Daniels. He feeds it to Randolph. To the paint. Here's Gasol. That's a good shot, and now he's 3 for 7.
Oh, strong move to the hole. Really used his height and reach to just drop it in over the smaller man.
And Rubio kicks to Aldridge. To the inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Marc Gasol.
You know, unfortunately for Pekovic, injuries have really slowed down his career in the recent past. But when he's healthy, he truly bolsters their lineup. This guy's arguably one of the strongest players in the NBA.
Kevin Garnett is checked in for Shabazz Muhammad. Memphis also making some changes. Parsons checked in for Carter. And Tony Allen subbed in for Mike Conley. Both shots good from the stripe. Speaking about the strength of Pekovic, it's something that if you ask any NBA player who is the strongest in the league, he probably is the common answer.
Yeah, I think you're right, Kevin. He may not be the heaviest or the tallest, but Pekovic is built like a brick house. You know he is going to clog the lane defensively and eat space whenever he's on the floor. And you just hope his body can withstand all the bumping and grinding he gets involved in under the rim.
See some stats for Chandler Parsons. How he did last season. Averaged about 13 points per, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Timberwolves on defense. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Well, this guy is a tremendously fast athlete. Levine excels in transition.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Inside, here's Allen. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Allen's got his first 2 points of the night.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And Rubio kicks to Pekovic. Rubio outside. The pass to Aldridge. Timberwolves keep it alive. On the wing, Levine. And that one's on target from the wing. Levine's got his second basket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Daniels kicks to Gasol. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Garnett. Fires from 18. And it's Rubio. That time on the assist by Aldridge. Rubio's got his second bucket of the game to go. The Grizzlies trail by 17. To the middle. Allen, that's good.
Yeah, love the job they're doing here of getting into the teeth of that defense.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. For 3, Levine. Again, Levine missing. Memphis has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Parsons for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
I tell you, I like how Parsons can stop on a dime and gather himself for the pull-up.
Rubio dishes to Aldridge. That one goes. Count it. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Too many. Simple as that. Their defensive weaknesses are being exposed right now.
Allen. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. 17 points was their biggest margin. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Aldridge. Parsons with the rebound. Parsons got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And the Grizzlies get it back. Minnesota leading by 14. Rubio outside. Back to Aldridge. The leaner inside. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Their D is getting chewed up. It's time for someone to step forward, put their foot down, and put a stop to these easy baskets. You know, very effective possession. You won't miss too many shots from that close range. I think something that is weighing on the minds of the Minnesota fans, May 31st, 2004. How about that's the date of the last time the Wolves played an NBA playoff game. Longest drought in the league, guys. Boy, working as hard as he can on the offensive end, and he's willing points for this team.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And Doris, many players have said the league has become softer over the years. In your view, has the league moved away from a physical brand of basketball?
Well, because you've been calling this league longer than I have, I'm throwing this question back at you. You look at a guy with the frame and game of Steph Curry. Could he have been successful in the era that the New York Knicks and the Miami Heat were basically hand-to-hand combat on a nightly basis?
I think he would have found a way. I think it would have been more difficult. Whether he'd be as prolific as now, I don't know. I think the game has the essence of all the best parts of the physicality without being the drudgery of every play being hand-to-hand combat.
I think as a fan, I would agree, because the Showtime Lakers were my favorite team growing up. They played with pace. They played with fluidity. You had the back to the basket center. You had the hyper athletic power forward. You had Michael Cooper guarding, and you had Byron Scott shooting the ball. I think they had every aspect that you could enjoy from a team standpoint.
Good perspective. Minnesota making a switch here. Towns is checked in. White, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. James Ennis comes in for Troy Daniels. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Tipped away. And now with the fast break, Rubio with the ball, and the shot goes down. Rubio's got 4 points in the quarter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Ennis. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Wright. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Guys, I think he just lost track of his position.
Minnesota making some changes. Hill comes in for Nikola Pekovic, and it's done in for Levine. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 13 for the field since the start of the second. Rubio against Allen. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Well, as broadcasters, we get a view that maybe some fans miss as to how hard these players work. You've talked about this a lot, Doris. Behind every shot, every play, every dribble, so many countless hours spent in the gym to perfect what they're doing.
Well, so I would say an NBA game is 48 minutes long. And I would say probably for every 48 minutes you are talking about an extraordinary commitment in the gym. What Steph Curry does on a nightly basis makes the game look easy, when in fact he's paid a price by the time he's spent, just like every other NBA player, honing their craft.
But I don't ever sense that it's drudgery to them.
No.
That they enjoy the game so much, like you, that it's in their DNA.
I think their passion and joy is evident on a nightly basis, and for us, we're lucky to watch it.
Isn't that fun? Oh,
Yeah,
it's a blast.
no doubt.
Just a blast. Now, here's Dunn, following the miss by Zach Randolph. And the basket by Rubio.
You know, he shot well in the opening period, but since then, he's been absolutely dominant.
Allen kicks to Ennis. Halt the run. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Grizzlies shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First free throw is good.
And the one thing you can say about the Grizzlies, year after year, defense has been their calling card. I mean, they do it with toughness, they do it with pace, and they have tremendous heart.
Now, here's Rubio. 11 points for him in that last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
And the shot goes down.
Hitting a high percentage of his shots. He's been a real catalyst for their success.
You know, discussing the Grizzlies defense, it wasn't quite as locked down last year, Greg, as it had been.
Yeah, and the thing about playing good defense, it requires everyone to be on the same page. One weak link can cause a breakdown for the whole unit. And factor in the injuries for the Grizzlies last season, it's somewhat surprising their defense held up at all.
How about the skill level of Anthony Towns? I'll tell you what, the touch inside, it's a joke how good he is.
Allen with it, now guarded by Dunn. Allen against Rubio. Allen passes to Randolph. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Randolph's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, that's shooting with confidence, accuracy. He's trying to keep them in it.
Dunn kicks to Garnett. Kicks it out to Rubio. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Towns. Plays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here is Allen. Pass to Ennis. Wright dishes to Randolph. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And checking out the numbers for Ricky Rubio. He had a strong showing last season. Last season put up about 10 points a game, 8 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he's a real threat defensively. You look at his steals during this stretch, always lurking for the smallest mistake.
Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for the Timberwolves. Memphis also making some changes. Carter comes in for Parsons, and it's Mike Conley in for Allen.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Now here is Conley. He's got 5. Kicks it to Carter. Muhammad with the steal. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Conley, the pass to Randolph. Dishes it to Carter. Plays it up and banks it in.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Rubio outside. Outside Hill. Now the feed to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
The big cat climbs up and flushes it home.
Memphis has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Randolph kicks to Conley. Pass to Ennis. And it's Randolph penetrating. Trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And a year ago, he was an 80% shooter at the line, so that's more than acceptable.
Free throw drops for Randolph.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
Grizzlies making a switch here. Green's checked in. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. There's the dish to Towns. He kicks it to Muhammad. Feeds it to Dunn. Beyond the arc. Good. The assist goes to Hill. 19 points for Chris Dunn.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Harder on the wing. Down low. Hill pulls it in.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Towns. Back to Muhammad. He dishes it to Dunn. Towns, the pass to Muhammad. Back to Towns. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Karl Anthony Towns. An impressive first half and a nice start for you guys. How did that happen?
I mean, yeah, we had some great days of practice. You know, this is what happens when you got some days off.
Got the spring in your step again. Thanks, Karl Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And hello again. We have amped up home crowd joining us for our halftime report. Ernie Johnson with the illustrious Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Chris Dunn was the man in the first. He ended up with 19 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Oh, Chris Dunn was awesome in the first half. He's mature for his age. Compare that to some other top young guys, he probably is at the top of the list. He can score from anywhere on the floor. He's assist maker, premium.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
That, sadly, wraps up the halftime show.
No.
The third quarter set to begin in just a few. We'll see you right here, though, after the game, so you have that to look forward to.
Kenny had so much more to say.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. And, you know, Chris Dunn has really been making it happen, guys.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
Well, he's given us every reason to anticipate big scoring outbursts, and tonight, no exception.
Minnesota's gone 6 of 12 from outside, a very nice 50% mark, shooting the 3-ball well. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Muhammad. Towns is out there with Garnett. Then it's Zach LaVine, and it's Dunn in at the point. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here, and they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Memphis has gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Conley kicks to Allen. Got that one up quick. Allen's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Memphis. Timberwolves shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Done with it. Back to Towns. That's the sixth make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
I think defensively, they've got to get their heads in the game. Judging by that play, they've come out of the locker room a little lethargic.
Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Allen. Here's Randolph. 6 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
This guy puts yeoman's work on the glass. He works so hard to get second chance opportunities.
The Grizzlies have not shot all that well from the free throw line. 6 of 11.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
I think one thing the Wolves will certainly be looking to improve upon this year is solidifying that defense. It has been a weak point for them in recent history, and they have the talent, to me, to play good defense. They just need to drill in the fundamentals.
You love it when a big man has those soft hands. Rarely any problem converting that close to the rim.
Moving it up. And the dunk by Towns.
It's just having a lot of fun. When your offense is going like this young man's, Karl Anthony Towns knows no bounds.
Down low, here's Randolph. Got a piece of it. Towns with the steal. Now here's Muhammad, covered by Parsons. To the inside. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got 21.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Allen kicks to Gasol. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Gasol's got 8 points.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Once they allow him to get that deep, it's over. Turn the lights out.
Now here's Garnett. He has 6. Left side, Levine. Garnett against Randolph. Here's Towns. Just 4 to shoot. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Now here's Conley, guarded close. Gasol, then Gasol with the dunk.
Oh, that pass was right on the money. He'll get a well-deserved high five for that one.
Dunn kicks to Garnett. He feeds it to Dunn. Pass to Towns. Towns is doubled. And that one drops for him. He's got 20.
I'd say that's good defense, just better offense, and not many people can match up with Karl Anthony Towns.
Picked by Randolph. Gasol is doubled. Kicks it to Randolph. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Dishes it to Parsons. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. And the dunk by Towns.
Don't sleep on the foot speed of Karl Anthony Towns. He's a factor in transition.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Left side, Randolph takes the 13-footer. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Boy, shaky work defensively, giving him that good look on the jump shot. What were they thinking?
Dunn kicks to Garnett. The feed now to Dunn. Passes to Towns. Now the dish to Muhammad. Feed away. Karl Anthony Towns again. Towns has got 14 points now in the second half.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Conley dishes to Gasol. Back to Conley. Shoots from 12. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And it's 7 points for Conley.
Boy, what a pass. That assist was right on target. That's why his teammates absolutely love playing with this guy.
Now here's Muhammad. He's got 9. And it's good. On through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
And amazing what they're doing on offense here. Perfect from the field to start the half.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Minnesota. Zhang comes in for Kevin Garnett. Wright, he's checked in for Memphis. Troy Daniels comes in for Tony Allen. And that one falls for Muhammad. Doris, you've interviewed so many coaches over the years. Which coaches do you enjoy interviewing the most?
Well, I have to say my classmate, Billy Donovan.
No kidding.
We were both point guards in the class of '87. I like to tell Billy he was the second best one in that class, in fact. But I do enjoy.
I bet he enjoys that, too. He's a good man, isn't he? Huh?
He is, no question about it. And because he's new to the league, he's not objecting quite yet to the ad nauseum questions we tend to ask over and over.
How about quickly talking with Greg Popovich at San Antonio, which is always a challenge, whether you're calling the game or you're on the sideline?
I want you to understand something. When I am walking over to Greg Popovich, I want you to understand that my heart is pounding. I'm probably sweating.
No, come on.
And I'm trying not to shake.
Oh, come on. That's against everything you are. I know that. It's always good conversation, though. Zhang, the pass to Dunn. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Gotta put some pressure on Dunn when he's scoring up from outside. Just an exceptional score.
Outside Conley, and stolen by Pekovic. Here's Muhammad. He's got 12. From down in the low post, it goes. Muhammad's got 14 points for the game. Parsons on the wing. A 3-ball, and that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got his 9th assist in the game now. Minnesota's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on 3. Feeds to Dunn. Back to Pekovic. Fires from 14. Nice jump shot. Good.
No, the frame of Pekovic so imposing. Don't sleep on the soft touch of that jumper.
Wright sets a screen. Here's Parsons. And the miss by Parsons. Right side Levine. And again it's Minnesota.
We're seeing the shots start to fall for them now.
I mean, this efficiency is pretty unreal. I wonder if they made a couple of adjustments at the half.
And Parsons kicks to Daniels. Pass to Parsons. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pekovic. Good. James got 4 points this quarter.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you. Now here's Pekovic. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by James. James got 16 points.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Outside Conley. And stolen by Zhang. And now the Timberwolves on the break. LaVine with the ball, and Dang gets it to go.
And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
Memphis has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Parsons outside. Parsons missing again.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Right against Zhang. Here's Pekovic. It's good. He's He's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Parsons for 3. Parsons can't get that one to fall.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And then chalk up a few more points for him there. This has been a one-sided game in just about every area.
In just about every phase, they have dominated. Lockdown defense, explosive offense. This has been special.
Now here's Muhammad, covered by Parsons, and Muhammad gets it to go.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Inside, here's Parsons. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Parsons got 5 points now this quarter.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Now the last 2 seasons cut short for Chandler Parsons with right knee surgery.
Yeah, Kevin, tough timing for him as he looked to opt out of his contract and enter free agency. And he had been shooting the ball with the highest efficiency of his career to that point. So he's looking to overcome and keep it going.
And so here's Memphis after the basket by Minnesota. Gasol screen over to the left wing. 5 on the clock. Here's Wright. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, nice look right at the bucket. Good to see them work the ball inside like that.
To the right side. Muhammad dishes to Begovic. He kicks to Dunn. Chang against Wright. Here's Levine. Lead pass was put in just the right slot. Levine's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Daniels kicks to Wright. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And Parsons gets it to go.
Boy, when he's aggressive and willing to put the offense on his shoulders, Parsons can light you up.
Here's Dunn. Off target from outside. Memphis has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Tipped and stolen by Begovic. Levine against Wright. Al Levine to the inside. And Muhammad gets it to go. Muhammad's got 9 points now in just the second half. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. The Timberwolves on top, delivering the blowout. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. We're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Memphis has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly on the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Carter out there with Green. Then it's Ennis, and it's Martin in at the center, filling out the middle.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Outside, Jones. Outside, Hill. 4 on the clock. Aldridge the pass to Jones. And Bielitz kicks to Hill. And here is Aldridge. Now the pass to Bielitz. He dishes it to Hill. A second chance effort. Aldridge kicks to Bielitz from deep. And the 3-ball is good. Bielitz has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Minnesota. Pass to Ennis. Here's Baldwin. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
You know, nice flow to that play. Let him right into the attempt with the sharp pass. It has to be crisp, and it has to be on time.
Now here's Jones. Outside Hill. Here's Bielitsa. To the middle. Aldridge dishes to Hill. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The new TV deal, Doris. A lot of good things in the NBA's future. Is this the golden era of the NBA?
I think that this is the golden era, but it's the golden era because of the level of stars that we have. You have LeBron James, a once-in-a-generation player. Steph Curry redefining the very definition of a good shot. I do not like the criticism that these players have been under of late. I know I did not play in the old NBA, Kevin, but to me, we need to celebrate the game as it's presently composed, and that's, to me, the special part.
Passes it to Bielitsa. He feeds it to Hill. Aldridge in the post, covered by Martin, and the basket by Hill.
Just a terrific delivery into the low post. Love to get those buckets nice and close, high percentage shots.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Bielitsa. Outside Hill. Bielitsa inside. Carter on him. Aldridge. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's just terrific team basketball leading to a bucket. Great feed, better finish.
Kicks it to Ennis. Memphis moving it around. They're running on up the court. It's Bielitsa. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
I think if you look over the history of the Timberwolves, one position they've always been strong in since their inception in 1989, the power forward slot.
One shot.
KG, of course, the big name, but now you get Kevin Love, and then you follow him with Karl Anthony Towns, keeping the tradition alive.
And thinking more about Minnesota power forwards of the past, Tom Gugliotta, a name that you can throw in there. Can't forget about Al Jefferson, too, for a brief stint with the team.
And Kev, you see it through a lot of sports. Certain teams have a position that always seems to be filled by an amazing player. And for the Wolves, in their relatively young franchise history, that's the four-man.
Here's Bielitsa following the score by Memphis. Jones, the pass to Aldridge. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Bielitsa. Three-pointer. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, that's strong teamwork, leading right to the basket. He put it in the shooting pocket at just the right time.
Ennis kicks to Green. Carter outside. Green, the screen. Play styles change, as do leagues. Doris, with the influx of more overseas players in the NBA. What have you noticed in the change in play style?
Now, this is a really fascinating aspect to me because what happens overseas is young players are forced to play with a shorter shot clock than formative years in the United States. And I think the reason you see Europeans so much better developed and skilled is because they're having to be multi-tooled from their earliest days. And I think that makes them more well-rounded basketball players.
That is so interesting. And I've always thought, too, the Hubie Browns, the Mike Fratellos of the world, going over there summer after summer, running clinics and exporting this great game of basketball to Europe.
I think Kevin, your point is well said, and those two guys are great friends. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find someone, any individual, who's influenced more generations of basketball players than Hubie Brown.
Bravo. Bravo. Here's Baldwin, following the score by Cole Aldridge. Expanding his range. A nice shot by Baldwin. Now here's Jones. Outside Hill. Now Rush. Outside Jones. Dishes to Hill. Back to Jones. To the paint. Just 5 to shoot. A shot's good from Aldridge. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Now the feed to Ennis. And we've seen the role of instant replay grow in the NBA. And Doris, I mean, it's a great use. We've seen just a massive improvement, I think, in the accuracy of calls. Just how big an impact has this had, in your opinion, in end-of-game situations?
Well, I think the most important part of this is when you put replay into effect, it has got to be done in an efficient manner. And one thing we have seen with the central role that Secaucus, the NBA's replay center, has had is there's direct communication between the officials on the court and the personnel in the replay center. And because of that, it's a system that was solid in its debut, will get better and more refined, and I think it's been perfect because at the end of the day, the players and the coaches and every part of their organization wants the call to be made correctly, and I think by and large you've seen that.
And Minnesota has possession following the score by Memphis. Aldridge dishes to Hill. Jones for 3, good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Carter outside. There's the dish to Ennis. Rush with the steal. Fast break, Minnesota. Pushing it up. Bielitsa passes to Hill. Feeds to Aldridge. Kicks it out to Jones. Shot clock at 6. Back to Aldridge from 12 feet out. Great D that time from Martin. Memphis has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Here's Baldwin. And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Outside Hill. He kicks it to Jones. He dishes it to Aldridge. And there's the pass to Hill. And Jones has it in the corner. The turnaround jumper. And the Timberwolves back on 2 more. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Ennis. Here's Baldwin. We've seen this league grow year in and year out, changing year to year, evolving year to year. Doris, what do you think of the 3 and D player type of player we see?
Well, I think first and foremost, obviously, the three-point shot has changed the equation in the NBA. It's hard to win without it. But I look at a guy like Klay Thompson, who when he came into the league said he thought his ceiling was that he'd be a 3 and D type player. I think if you have those 2 abilities, then your ceiling is much higher than you think it is. To me, Klay Thompson has got to start thinking of himself as an MVP caliber player, because I think he is that.
You think it's a mindset then?
I do indeed.
What about the big player who thinks that way too? Now that to me isn't like the Draymond Green 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" guy.
Well, how about that guy? And there's guys in college basketball that remind me of Draymond Green. And what separates Draymond is his intellect and his willingness to say, I'm not going to let my size limit my effectiveness on the NBA level. I can play because I know I can pass it. I can shoot it. My vision is terrific. I can put it on the deck. If you can be a multifaceted player, you've got a chance to succeed in the NBA.
Well, that was well said. That's good from Pekovic on the assist by Jones. 10 points for Nikola Pekovic.
How about that? Powering it up and in. Pekovic, a big-time presence.
Pass to Daniels. To the inside. Here's Baldwin, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Coaches can't get enough of those easy looks in the post.
Minnesota shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Aldridge kicks to Pekovic. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Doris, you were a point guard. You put so much strain on your body with the quick cuts on both ends of the floor. It takes its toll. Is there a reason why so many point guards have had to fight injuries their entire career?
You know, I've heard these questions before about anatomically. It's the way a player like Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook, the way they play with the
torque. How about the torque?
The torque that's built up and the change of directions or the ferocity of attack, the lift of Russell Westbrook gets. I don't know the answer. I think that there would have to be science to support that argument.
Now, you've got 2 bad knees, though, too, so
That's
you can
true.
probably speak to it pretty well.
I don't think there's an athlete in the world who doesn't have aches and pains once their career is over.
And the first one at the line is good. Well, around the league, former coach of the year Tom Thibodeau is known as one of the best minds in the game when it comes to defense. He helped get that Boston defense up to snuff when it won the 2008 title and led the way for the Bulls in their success.
Well, Kevin, look no further than the Celtics teams and Bulls teams under his tenure. They were the best defenses in the game. And Coach Thibodeau holds everyone responsible for their part in the defense. He also knows that rebounding is crucial to what you're trying to do on that end.
Here's Bekovic. Grizzlies making the shot. Back to Jones. From 13, it's rebounded by Memphis. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Baldwin, defended by Jones. Memphis moving it around. Baldwin, the pass to Green. Here's Baldwin. He's guarded by Hill. Davis on the follow.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Now Hill. Jones kicks to Rush. The shot from the low post is good. Grizzlies have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth, right around 46%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Minnesota.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight. And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Dunn.
Well, what a game. Offensively, this guy was a force. Defensively, set the tone, just bringing everything to the table and trying to get this kind of lead.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. The Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Hill. Levine kicks to Hill. Takes the 3. And another 3 for Minnesota.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Listen, if you want to succeed, respect the moment, play with a purpose, that's what they did.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Here's Davis. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And that one misses. Ahmed with it. He feeds it to Aldridge. From deep. He cans that one.
Every team's looking for that instant offense, and Muhammad can do that for you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Dunn.
He was outrageous. He shot a rare shooting percentage from the field, hitting from everywhere. It didn't matter where he was or who was guarding him. The defense tried to make adjustments, so what? Still knocked down shots.
Ernie Kinney, what got into this guy tonight? He was sensational. Easily the MVP of the game. Maybe it was some of that home cooking. Fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, iced tea. He was getting a lot of love from the fans, and rightfully so. Seeing him step his game up like that will always get the crowd pumped.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, a spectacular, just great. I mean, see ya.
Good night.